listening to High Minds, the podcast where we elevate the conversation on culture, sports, politics, and entertainment. Stay tuned for a higher perspective at the intersection of everything.
What's up? What's up?
I like that one.
It's very soulful. It's
What's
very
happening?
soulful here. What's going on? How are you?
I'm good. Got the jumbo in the back.
Oh, you even put that up. Jumbo Joe Thornton.
That's just, he's just my favorite all time. That's right there.
All time. Is he involved in the Sharks still?
I mean, not really.
Sort of.
I think he took a job with Toronto.
Oh, did he? Well, he's
Or
from that
something like
area,
that.
right?
Yeah, he was born in London, Ontario.
London, Ontario. Yeah.
Ontario up there. I think he took it like those player development jobs.
Yeah.
Whatever those entail, like shows up to practice a few times, maybe,
Mhm.
Scout, recruiter. I mean, what a hell of a recruiter. If you're going to have a recruiter come to your house,
You still got the beard?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he's got to have the beard. Like the
Yeah.
permanent playoff beard.
Yeah. you
Yeah,
take
well,
that off.
for those that don't know, we are diehard Sharks fans through and through forever, through the good times and the not so good times.
Yeah, I'll always Sharks are always number one. Now that I'm out in Vegas, I do go to Knights games. I'm actually season ticket holder to these guys, the Silver Knights. But it's always, Sharks. Sharks are always number one.
Let me
They're
ask you
always
this.
going to be.
Let me ask you this.
Yeah.
Can the best AHL team beat the worst NHL team on any given day?
Yeah. I think the
Bro.
best AHL and the worst NHL, it'll still be a grinder game. I mean, it'll be a tough game because even the worst NHL guys are still fucking phenomenal.
Yeah.
But I think the best AHL team, there's some good because they have that young talent. I mean, they're just a step away from the NHL, so they're right there. And if you get a whole team in AHL, some back east teams, the West doesn't seem to be, I think, as strong.
No?
I don't know why. It's weird. Just
well, it kind of ebbs and flows always, though.
yeah,
Doesn't
it goes back and forth. Right now, it's kind of out there, but I don't know. That'd be a tough one. I would like. I think if they play a series,
Yeah,
like if they played a series, I think AHL will get one.
maybe one.
They're going to lose the series, but they'll beat them once. I think out of like a 7 game. I think they can still win.
Get like a hot goalie.
Yeah,
Lights
I mean, that's
out,
all you have to. Honestly, that's all you have to do. I mean, you could play just that shutdown D, that boring defensive,
just annoying. Yeah.
yeah, and just and try to hope for that one goal, 2 goals, and hopefully your goalie only lets in one.
Mm-hmm.
And then, I mean, that could happen. You hit a goalie that's just on fire. That's with hockey. That's who wins the cup because the most of the team, the 2 teams that the teams that are there have decent defense. They have good defense. They have great. They already have those pieces. It's whoever has the hottest goalie.
Who's got the hot hand? Yeah.
That pretty much almost wins the cup. Is the hot goalie, and then I think defense is next, and then goal scoring.
There's some games where you watch it and you're like, I remember we would say it on the couch. We're not scoring tonight.
Oh yeah,
Some goal. You get some goalies like that. I guarantee a puck is not going to fucking go in more than once in this goddamn game.
It's weird. Like the bounces are just not going. Like they'll be skating, the puck will just bounce over the stick like randomly. You're like, how it's just not the night. And the other team, like every pass, deflections going their way. You're just watching these games. The momentum, you can feel it.
Momentum is tough. Yeah, momentum is a weird thing. Like I feel like I don't know. It's hard to like if you had to rank the momentums of the different major sports, like hockey, it tilts a lot where you're like, holy shit, some of these teams you just holding on for dear life.
I think hockey's the game where you could see it. You could see the waves of momentum just by how the team's playing. You could just see like that Canada USA game.
I actually didn't watch it. Yeah,
it was a great game. I didn't watch the first one where USA just threw them down. But that
Well,
game,
Canada
you're
got the
watching it.
last laugh, though, right?
Well, I mean, yeah, because they actually, I mean, they are the better skilled team, and that's what that game kind of came down to, was skill. It wasn't USA played, I mean, amazing. That's what I'm saying. The moment you could see it, like just how it just. But then one. That's why they fight. That they're trying to change that momentum. If you can get a good scrap, it breaks that that pace they have going. It disrupts the game, and then if you can get a few good licks, get the crowd back into it, especially if you're at home. That moment, it's huge in hockey, because then all of a sudden, if it works, you could see it. And it's always the next shift. It's always the next shift. If that next shift is shitty, then you're not catching that momentum. But if they all of a sudden, you'll see a team just turn it around. It's crazy to watch, and you're watching it happen. That's the cool part. It's like, dang, but you'll know. You're just like, this isn't our night.
But at the same time, though, and the same thing happens in soccer, is when you have the momentum, if you don't score, you're apt to get countered, and then you're fucked. Then you could lose all the momentum. It just zaps you.
Yeah.
Because so when you're on top, when you have the momentum, you got to put the puck in the net. You have to figure out a way.
Yeah. Yeah. I think out of all the sports, hockey would probably be up there. I mean, I'm sure there's other sports. I've seen basketball and stuff.
Basketball, you can go on runs pretty good. Yeah.
Yeah, you can change the momentum of the game. You can, it's basketball and I think hockey are very similar in like pace, length, how they keep the game moving, things like that, momentum. There's a lot of similarities.
Yeah.
I just wish they would let basketball players fight. Then I'd watch basketball all the time. Could you imagine those guys just fucking giraffes just
6'10"?
There's some scary motherfuckers too.
Yeah, big dudes, man.
Yeah,
those guys are.
You imagine a LeBron James? People talk shit about that guy. Is a beast.
What is he like? 6'10", 6'8", like
huge.
50?
Yeah, just yoked, athletic as fuck. He's in the league still, putting up 40 a night at 40 years old or something.
He plays back to backs, and players these days don't play back to backs. And he's 40. He's my age.
Dude, I'm busting my ass trying to walk around the block, and he's out there just throwing up 45. Like
every day, I'm farm and get home, and I'm like, oh my god, I'm not running up and down a court.
That's what's crazy. It's so I mean, but yeah. So if you don't know, this is going to be a hockey podcast.
This is the hockey podcast. If you want to check out now, check out now. No, listen, it's fun.
If you
hockey is one of those sports, man. When I got into it, I just got way in. I think trying to think of all the sports, what I'm into the most. Like obviously, if I had to pick one team to win a championship, I'd have to pick the Sharks. Because we haven't got to, like, I'd pick it over Spurs. I've seen the Patriots, seen the Red Sox, and the Sharks are they'll always kind of be my number one.
Yeah, that's really all I want. If I had to only have one more championship in my lifetime of my team, it's a cup. I want a cup.
It's got to be a Stanley Cup.
And then I want my Falcons to win one. But
you had an opportunity, man. You had 25 opportunities, 28-3.
Man, I love that shit. That almost hurts as much as the Sharks. That's another team.
No, if the Sharks were up 3-0 and they lost 4 in a row in the Stanley Cup, I don't know if I could recover.
No, it'd be
because after 3, you'd be sitting there just ready, just like. No, actually, I'd be like, oh god, if we can find a way to lose 4, we will.
Yeah, every team I have is like that. Sharks, Falcons, fucking Angels have been that way forever. My other team, just they haven't won shit in forever. I just have those teams.
I have Spurs and Sharks both. Even when they're on top, they'll somehow fucking shit the bed in the playoffs or toward the end of the season. I don't know. We had we almost lost a 3-0 lead to Detroit, right? Isn't that what happened one time? We were up 3 games to nothing to Detroit, and they came back. We won 4-3.
Oh, I know, but still.
And then we won the President's Cup, and then lost in the first round to the 8th seed.
Oh, that's the thing with hockey, though. How many times the 8th seed makes it to the Stanley Cup? That's what's crazy.
Well, I know
that's the thing. On hockey, that's the one thing. Soon as playoffs start, it's like a new season.
It really is. And it comes
Eight
down
seed,
to,
yeah,
like, they were just gritty. Edmonton was just mean and gritty and gnarly, and we were kind of not
some
soft.
teams.
I'm not going to call a hockey team soft, but like it just kind of, we got bullied that year.
Yeah, it was over. I think it was just too. It was too much.
Like
the
onslaught.
pressure. They were too young at that time. They didn't know how to like. They didn't have the. That's where I think veterans on your team make a big difference.
Yeah,
You know, people that have been there, people that have been in those situations where you're like, you know, you're right there. You're like, fuck, and then
it's right
you
there.
let those emotions take over, and then you know what I mean. All of a sudden, it's just that's what veterans are for. That's why they bring in
Is the
veterans.
Stanley Cup playoffs the most difficult playoffs? Probably. Like, it's a war of contrition.
Yeah.
Because, like, think about the NFL
Uh-huh.
playoffs. Not that an NFL game's not difficult, because I'm sure it is. I know it is.
Oh, well, I mean, 100% physically difficult.
But
yeah.
if you have a bye, you play 2 games and then you're in the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
So you win 3 games. In hockey, you got to win 16.
You have to win.
You have to win 16.
Win
you
16.
You might play, if everyone goes 7, you might play 28 games.
Yeah, a whole another third of a season.
That's gnarly.
That'd be that'd be shit. That'd be like football playing another 2 more games, 3 more games.
Yeah, like 5 or 6 total.
Like, you know, they're not going to play a 5-6 game playoff. But yeah, in hockey, you can be it's almost a whole. It's a quarter of a season, just over a quarter, a third almost. It is a third.
At the end of an 82 game season.
Yeah, and these guys, that's the crazy part too. After the playoffs, when the team loses, is the injury report. Like, that's the one injury report I pay, because these guys are playing with like broken foot, broken hand, like, you know, or like just faces are all jacked up, and it's crazy. You're like, I mean, knowing what they're going to be like in 20 years, I feel sorry for them now. I mean, the injuries I have, and I'm nothing like that. And the injuries I have are affecting me big time, you know, from sports I've had. And so I can't imagine, like, man.
They got all the best science, though. Recovery and all that shit.
Yeah, too bad the hockey players don't have the money, though.
Yeah, they don't get paid that. They don't get those.
No. I
mean, you're like a fourth line guy.
They get paid well, but in professional sports, no. I mean, what's the highest NHL player making a year?
I don't know.
10?
Who do you think? Who would it
10
be?
million?
McDavid?
I don't know who's signed the biggest.
Austin Matthews, 16.7 in salary,
16.
and
so
16 is the highest. That's your highest.
Now look at the MLB. Who's the highest paid MLB player this season or for 2025? Watch.
Oh,
this
my
is the crazy
God.
part.
Juan Soto just signed it. 15-year contract worth $765. $750 million. That's crazy.
What's that? What's it broken down to?
$5 million. Oh, fuck. You're
What's
gonna
that
make me
per year?
You're going to make me math this shit? I'm going to have to math the hell out of this.
Where's my calculator? I got to know this now.
How many zeros is in that? That's a lot of zeros divided by 15. He's bringing in $51 million a year.
An average of $51 million. And they're probably not even structured that way. They structure them differently, but still average.
Of course
51.
Not. Of course not. 51 versus 16.
51
million a year.
Crazy. And physically more demanding hockey compared to baseball. Like,
baseball is just long.
There's no comparison.
It's
just a long, boring. It is. It's boring.
Long, boring season. Can we simulate? Press the simulate button for like.
It's the worst. It is. It's the worst. I like baseball games. I like going with people.
I love the sport, actually.
I do. I like going to, but the season's just too damn long.
The smells, the sights, the sounds, everything. Yeah, but if you're asking me if I'm supposed to care about a game in May on a Tuesday,
no.
Nah.
It's like no.
Because one NFL game is worth about 10 baseball games. 16, 17 NFL games, 162 games. Yeah. So, I mean, if your team loses 10 in a row, then you might want to be worried. But that's like one loss in the NFL.
Well, even just think of like season ticket holders. If you had season tickets to like
Oh, you gotta sell them.
Like here, when the A's are here,
Yeah.
you have it's going to be 82 games or whatever, 81 games.
81 games, yeah.
That's crazy. Hockey's
You
40,
go to all of them.
42.
Hockey's
That's
40,
a lot.
41. 41 home,
and
41 away.
And then
Same with
football.
basketball.
Football, you're only looking at, I think they only have like maybe 8, 9, because I know they play.
Yeah, you'd have 8 or 9.
They don't always play home. I think they have a Mexico game or some shit like that. One of those things. The Raiders. Or
a lot
something.
of the Raiders do. So there's the London game. Now they're doing Germany.
The London game and stuff. So you lose you lose a game at home. But
yeah.
So I mean, if any sport for season tickets, football's the easiest because it's shit. There's only a few games. It's a few weeks.
Yeah.
But baseball's just too much. That's too much. That's why they do like how many different season ticket plans. There's like a season ticket plan for like weekday games.
NFL is the most desirable ticket to get to, I'm sure.
Yeah. Wow. But
let's see.
Let's get to the Sharks.
I think we might have one of the same lineups. If you had to do a line, like your top line.
My top line, I know I probably have someone that you wouldn't have.
Okay.
So I did do a top line, and then I had a bunch of different players also.
I bet I can come up with four lines just off the top of my head.
Oh yeah, I could have done the whole. Yeah,
we could. We might get there.
But I mean, the easiest one is goalie. That's
goalie. I'm sure we both got the same guy.
Yeah, I can't. There's no other. There's just not Nabby.
There's no one other than Nabokov. Man.
It's Nabby. I mean, you have other good. There's other good goalies, but Niemi.
Yeah, you could have gone with Vesa Toskala or Artur Verbe back in the day.
Yeah, and I mean the best one after Nabby was probably Niemi.
Probably Niemi. Yeah, isn't Niemi the goaltender when we got to the cup?
Yeah, final? And then he had a cup not too long before that. Mm-hmm. But he was a good goalie. He just didn't, other things. But Niemi saw. But Nabokov was just
Nabokov.
Nabokov was. I mean, what was it? 563 games.
Is that what he played?
So, yeah. So I mean, that's crazy. That's a lot of.
Did he only play with the Sharks?
No, he played with Tampa Bay at the end.
At the end,
first season.
Yeah. And
then he went back and played for the KHL for a season here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. What do you have? He had 293 wins. So that's pretty good.
293 total wins.
Yeah, but I mean, he's the one. That's the easy one for me. That was an easy goalie pick.
He was short, huh? He was like 5'10", number 20.
Yeah, he wasn't a big dude. Goalies now are huge. They're like 6'2". There's a lot of them that are over 6'4", like 6'.
I played. It's hard to get down and up. Why?
Yeah, like you. Yeah, you playing goalie. How tall are you? You're like
6'3", 6'3" and a half.
You're like an average goalie now. It's crazy how big the goalies are, and they're like big dudes too. They're not like they're like 180 pounds, 190 pounds. For a goalie, that's pretty big. 6'4", 200 pounds.
Yeah,
you're all like equipment. Yeah, there's some monsters.
It used to be small. Goalie. Like I remember like Ryan Miller.
Mm-hmm.
It's like skinny. Dominic Hasek was little.
Marty Turco.
Yeah, Turco.
Yeah, he was a little dude. He talked shit. But,
did he?
So yeah. So I think goalie, that was easy.
Yeah, goalie Nabokov would start, and Antti Niemi can back him up.
Yeah, definitely be on. Yeah, I'd throw Niemi as the B.
Yeah, the B role.
Now,
all right, who's your top line defense?
Defense, you have to go. I have to have Burns. Burns is probably the best defense of Shark there was. I mean, all around. He might not have been the best, like at defense. I think the best defensive was probably Vlasic, like X's and O's type of player.
I mean, we had Blake for a while, a couple seasons at the end of his career, right? Like,
yeah, that's why I didn't have Vlasic on mine because
I did love Vlasic though, because we saw one of his first games ever when he was 17.
He's one of those
20 years ago,
Shark lifers. And he was a great defensive player, but
he's still technically on the roster.
Yeah, he still plays. That's why he's still active. He literally, he just played a few games this year already. But he, for my top, him compared to Burns.
37.
Yeah,
I got Burns on my top.
He's your X's. Burns is my top defensive guy. Also, that was pretty simple. That was easy.
Yeah,
I mean. God, the guy played I had it down 798 games. He almost hit 800 games. With the
Total
Sharks.
or for the
Yeah.
Sharks?
Sharks. That's
Is
just
he
the
still
Sharks.
playing?
Yeah, still in the Hurricanes.
Carolina?
Yeah, Carolina still.
Okay.
He's still good. He still burns. I mean, he was just good. 172 goals, 422 assists. The guy was just a monster. And he was a big dude, big guy, but
Huge.
he wasn't like a real physical player, but he could get physical. He always just, he was just.
He was still pretty finesse, though. He has a shot.
Yeah.
He could dangle a little.
He can handle a puck for a defenseman.
He played forward for a year, I think, right?
Yeah, he was. He was originally a forward.
Originally.
Yeah. And then they moved him to D. And he's my Xbox buddy.
You knew him kind of personally. When I played hockey, I kind of like, if I could play like someone to be like that, except I could not shoot the puck like him. That guy could fucking.
No, he was just, he played. Yeah, he was a great defenseman, but he was a good like winger, but I think just because he was so big, it was harder for him to, these other guys when you're playing against, it was just, they're so quick and he's just big, 6'4", some shit like that. For a guy like that, he's more of a power, but he could handle the puck, especially that's why they always, as a D-man, he would always just, take the puck in. It was like having that extra winger when you needed him, which was nice, like a power play.
You had to pair him up with a defensive defenseman, though.
That's why you'd have to pair him up with like a Vlasic, a guy that knows positioning, knows every just defend like what do you call that? Vlasic has autism.
Stay at home. Stay at home.
Yeah,
what?
He's that genius.
Yeah,
but no, he's like I like that guy. But Burns is my pick. That was an easy one, also.
Number 88.
But you also have, then. Who would you pair him with? Like, what would you do?
Oh, if I had to pair him with, it's different than who my second favorite. My other
who's your second favorite?
Is Doug Murray.
Yeah, I love Dougie. He's not mine though. I didn't pick him, but I love Doug Murray.
Oh, I thought you would have.
No, I had him. I would, but there's this other one that I actually kind of. He's like
the Southern.
So we're like, there's one more, but I love Douglas Murray. He's probably my top in my top 5 of favorite Sharks players. Definitely.
Yeah, Frank from Schaff. Sweden. Is that what his name was?
Yeah, his nickname was Frank Schaff.
He played
level people.
He was huge. 6'3", 240.
Yeah, and he was solid. He was, he's like me. We were just solid, like just dense. He's just that solid. Just
the most points he ever put up was 17. 4 goals that year.
He was
7 career goals.
And he wasn't really a fighter because no one would really want to fight him because he just knocked the shit out of people and people would just wouldn't fuck with him. Yeah,
I loved him.
His hits were just crazy and he just knocked the shit out of people, but he was kind of the tail end of that type of player.
Yeah, there's not really that player in the NHL as much anymore.
No, the game's too. You can't afford to do that now.
You can't have. Yeah, it's too fluid and.
Yeah, you can't afford a line that's going to be, their fourth line and your fourth line. You have to match other teams' fourth lines now, or else they would just, skate circles around those guys now. It's just a different style of game. It's a quicker game. It's not that heavier, big hit. It seemed like there was a lot more bigger hits back then, but there was a lot more of those players.
Yeah, he was just a fan favorite for me. You know what I mean?
Oh, he was my favorite. Probably one of my favorite defensemen. Him and Burns. Yeah. But this other guy, I actually really liked him. I did. I liked him a lot.
Kyle
I was
McLaren?
excited when he came. No, I love that guy dude with the yellow visor.
Yeah.
He did the whole
he'd be in my top 6 of favorite.
Yeah, I like Kyle McLaren. He's another good one.
Yeah.
But I was a Dan Boyle fan.
Oh God, Dan Boyle. Love Dan Boyle.
I really like Dan Boyle.
Yeah.
I liked how he played. He would be a good one to pair up with like a Burns, I think. Because he can move.
A lot of offense.
He can move. He can skate for
similar game to Carlson.
But smaller. Just a little smaller, shorter.
Yeah. He was a short shit.
But he was actually, I think probably, I think he was always kind of an underrated defenseman. I think when the Sharks picked him up, they got, that was a good pickup for them, and I was excited when they got him too. I'm like, because he came from Tampa. But I always liked him. He was like one. I'm like, dang, I was going through defensemen and like Kyle McLaren, Douglas Murray. I'm like, I love those guys, but gosh, if I was gonna pick a line, I'm like Dan Boyle and Brett Burns could be a shit.
See, I would go like Burns and Vlasic, and then Boyle and like McLaren or something.
Yeah,
unless you had to stack up like a power play or something. But
there's a lot. You have was it Christian Ehrhoff? Remember Ehrhoff?
Oh, shoot the shit out of the puck. He shot so hard.
Yeah, he was another one. He was a defenseman. He was.
I just remember getting so mad at him because he would hardly ever put it on net. Be like, fucking hit the net, Ehrhoff. Jesus,
it sound like a fucking gunshot.
Gunshot. It would. Just Ehrhoff shooting the puck again. Is this goal regulation? Yeah, he only played 1, 2, 3, 5 seasons with us though, and then he moved on. He went to a lot of teams.
Yeah,
he moved
around. But
he was for some reason it seemed like he was on the team longer, but I guess not. And then there's of course Scott Hannon, longtime Shark.
Yeah, Scott Hannon was probably their longest defenseman because he left for a little while and then he came back.
Didn't he come back? Yeah, he played forever.
But he was with the Sharks for a while and then left for a few years, and then came back and finished with them for like the last 6 seasons or something like that.
So he started in 98 and played through 2015.
Yeah.
Played over 1,000 games. Scott Hannon was good. All right, up to the you want to take a quick break and we'll get to the forwards?
Yeah, we can take a little break.
A little smoke.
Yeah, motherfucker.
Find some tunage. I don't know. Ooh.
Hey, get the garlic bread.
Hey, Giuseppe. Excusez-moi.
All right.
All right. So, to the forwards. I mean, down the center, you got to go. You got to go Joe Thornton, right?
Oh,
playing center.
Yeah,
it's a no-brainer.
That's another Nabby Joe. Joe's 1,100 and 2 games. Come on, Joe. 1,104 games, 251 goals, 804 assists, 1,055, almost a point a game average. Not quite, but close.
Never got a cup either.
No, that was one of the
unbelievable.
Sucks. That's one of the ones I wish get a cup. Maybe you can get one as a coach.
I would hope so.
Not the same, but
because I mean when he came, he put up 92 points for the Sharks in 58 games when he came from the Bruins.
He's jumbo.
And then the next year, 114 points in 82 games, 92 assists.
Yeah.
Dude, it was crazy. He made some of those passes just insane.
Yeah, the little no-look passes behind. Yeah, he's another big guy.
Big guy.
I think he's 6'4", 220 or something like that.
Yeah, 6'4", 220, exactly.
That's my boy. I know Joe.
That beard with the gray streak down the middle.
Yeah, Boston blew that.
I mean,
they trade him and then he goes and wins the MVP that season with another team.
We had the number 1 and number 2 pick of the 97 draft, Marleau and
Marleau and Joe, 1 and 2, 97 draft. Yeah, it was wild. And they played well together. They played well.
Yeah,
really well.
He just made everyone better. Like when John Chichu, 56 goals. Setaguchi.
He
made those guys.
Devin Setaguchi was Chichu. Chichu wouldn't have won that Rocket Richard of that show.
Hell no.
Not even close. Not even close. It wasn't just on the ice stuff off the right. I mean, anyone that has ever played with him, it's just that, that guy you just love. He's just, the stories. Chichu, that was Sarah's favorite player.
Oh, really?
Chichu, the Chichu train. Yeah, we had the whistle. She had the jersey.
He did not play long. He only played 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 years.
Yeah, with him, it's I don't know. There's some, I think,
Had to
personal
be.
stuff. There's
Had to
some
be.
personal things went down. Him and Setaguchi.
Like, I mean, this guy
And
scored 56 goals in 2005, 2006. Setaguchi had 93 points, 56 goals, 37 assists.
Yeah.
And then he just kind of tapered off and fell off completely.
yeah, and then he had some personal issues, personal problems, and
Oh,
both of them. Setaguchi's back. He's doing announcing and stuff. Excuse me.
really?
He looks like he's doing good again, doing well, which is nice. You see these guys could, like you said, watching them so many years, and then they go through some shit, and it's nice to see him come back and looking good. But
it looks like Chichu's really involved with Indigenous. He's part of the Cree First Nations tribe in Ontario.
oh yeah, he looks he's in not S. What's his Inuit? He's an Inuit. I think like really
Cree.
like he I think
Yeah,
or something like that. Yeah, like he's
Yeah.
like they live up way up there in Canada, where they're
Moose Factory.
Moose Factory. It's
Moose Factory.
Moose Factory, but he's I love Chichu. Rocket Richard win recipient. But yeah, Sarah's favorite player. She had the pink Chichu. There she is.
Oh, the breast cancer awareness jersey or whatever.
Yeah.
The Cheech.
The Cheech. But
yeah. All right. So we got Jumbo down the middle. Easy. Who you got on the wing?
Gosh, the wing. So this is where it gets difficult because there's so many players.
Yeah, there's so many, and you can move centers around.
Yeah, you can. I mean, it's almost just kind of picking centers can play wing. Like, you can move them.
It's hard.
It is hard. This is defense was a little easier. This was the hardest one. Was this?
Yeah. Another obvious one is Marlowe. It doesn't
Yeah, but like he's Mr. Shark.
Yeah, but he would be everyone's pick, right?
Yeah, but I don't know if I'd have him on my team, in my first line.
In your first line, he could play the second.
He'd be my center for the second, and then Pavelski for my third. I didn't even pick Pavelski.
Oh, really? I
went old school. I took an old school name.
Who'd you go with?
I went with Owen Nolan.
Oh, Owen Nolan. All right.
Owen Nolan, surprisingly, he played 568 games. He had 206 goals. And 200.
He was great.
Goals. He put up a lot of goals, and that's only how many seasons is that? 5,
6, 7,
6 seasons. 200. So he put up some numbers. But I liked watching the old All-Star game where he called his shot.
Oh yeah, called the shot.
Or did he 44 goals one year? Yeah, he was good. I just wanted to go with an old school guy because there's so many new guys. There's just so many good new guys, and it's hard. It's like going. I like that. I like some of the old style how they played. They just played different. It was a different game. It was a whole. So it's hard to. Yeah. It's hard to put those. But
we sound like old men.
It is, but it's like you put Owen Nolan now on a team, and he's just gonna. It's just a different game. Yeah. But you put like a, take a player now that the way they play any of the new guys like for Hurdle, I have Hurdle as on my top, but if you put Hurdle back when they played, when you put him back when like Douglas Murray, all that, where it was a whole different physical game,
Scott Parker,
it would have been rough. Yeah, Scott Parker's my favorite ruffian, dude. He's my favorite ruffian.
He climbed over the fucking bench, dude. Raining blows from above.
He only played like 17 games with the Sharks or something like that. He didn't play that much.
Did he really?
He was all I think so. He was a healthy scratch a lot. I think.
Well, yeah.
I think he only was on the bench for those games. But I think, look, I don't know. I really don't believe he played that many games. Maybe like.
He played 3 seasons with the Sharks. He played 50 games one season with the Sharks, 50, but then 10 and 11. So a total of 71 games in 3 seasons.
Yeah, 71, not 17. 71.
Yeah.
See, I'm fucking dyslexic. But no, I knew something like that. But still,
what's crazy about him, though, I heard an interview where he was talking about like coming up. He would put up like 80 goals in like minor hockey, like youth hockey. Like guys, that's how good these players are.
Yeah, and then they get the NHL, and your job's to fight.
Your job is to fight.
That's it.
He scored. He's in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 seasons. Scott Parker scored 7 goals.
Yeah. And those, how many were empty nets?
Maybe.
I don't know if any
or just bounced off his face.
It was against other fourth liners. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So it's not like he's going against the first line. He's going against guys that were paired with him, other thugs, other, that's what, he was. He
played like 4 minutes a game.
Yeah, I had his jersey. I love that thing. I loved it. I'm thinking about making a custom one, but going with the old school again, just doing a Parker and 27 Parker. Yeah, I love that jersey. But he has the big white one. He was the original.
Yeah.
He's the original beard. He
looked like he just got off a Harley and walked into the stadium.
That's what's funny. He owns, I think, a Harley shop. That's what he does now.
He does.
He owns like a Harley shop, I think in Denver, Colorado or something. Because he went to, that's where he played for Colorado a lot. That's, I think, where he finished his career and stuff.
Is it called Fourth Line Harleys?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you should look up some fights of him going over the glass. That was just
him going over the
Parker.
I'll find that up.
Yeah. That was just crazy. That's like,
this was the
it was just wild
fucking thing.
Right, I mean, obviously, I can't have him on my first line.
No,
he can't be on my first. But I had to go I wanted to go with an older guy.
You got Joe, Owen, Nolan. Who's your second or your third?
It's Tomasz. I love Hurdle. I love how he plays. And now I've seen him play on 2 different teams with players. The level of players out here on Vegas right now, what he's playing with is so much better than when he was on the Sharks. And you can see it. Yeah. He's thriving. He's playing very well. He fits and that's why I'm like going, okay, he was good, really good on the Sharks, on a really bad Sharks team. And he's even better on a really good Knights team. So it's like he's not. Yeah.
All right. Before I get to my line, this is Scott Parker, right?
Yeah. Conference. This is the sweater I had. I had this exact one.
Tutu and Scott Parker just thinks going to happen. And Parker just gave Tutu an elbow in the head. And Tutu's dressing it up a little bit.
I think he hit him on the shoulder and Tutu dressing it up.
Yeah, Tutu's dressing it up big time.
Rob Davidson.
Here. We'll sort it out.
There he is. That's before his beard. He now has that beard.
Scott Parker has just been thrown out of this game, but just as we were coming to the break, he attempted to get onto the Nashville bench to go after Brendan Witt. And now I'm thinking Witt's going to be out of this game, and there may be further consequences for this action. Barry Trotz.
What are you calling? What are you calling? What are you calling? That's what he's asking the referee right here. What are you calling? Scott was already getting
this is so good.
Quite a few, I think 2 10-minute misconducts, and he was on his way out of the game.
Let's watch what just happened here at the Shark Tank as Parker was coming off. Brendan Witt comes all the way across the bench to come after Parker. Wow.
Oh my God.
And fortunately, the linesman was able to get Parker down, or this thing could have really escalated had someone gone over the glass there. Although I'm not sure Parker would have jumped in on all those predators.
Whoever number 16 was kind of like looked up and like, oh shit, like he didn't know what to do. Like, is this happening?
I don't think I've ever seen that before where someone tries to jump over. No.
He was Ron Artest went, learned from him. Go over the stands. But no,
that was wild.
Yeah, the
basketball one.
I don't know if that was before Parker's or not. But anyways,
I remember that where the dude ran in the stands, started socking fans.
sometimes people need to get an ass whooping.
Hey, well, yeah, everyone, it keeps you in check if you could get punched in the face.
Yeah, you ever get punched in the face? Yeah, it
sucks.
Every now and then, people need an ass whooping. But yeah, Parker was awesome.
On my line, I do have Pavs. I got Jumbo Joe and Big Joe or Little Joe, whatever you want to call him.
Pavelski was my next one. Yeah, he started as Little Joe, and then he went to Big Joe because Thornton's Jumbo.
He wasn't fast. He wasn't strong. He wasn't like that swift of foot. He wasn't agile. He could tip the shit out of the puck, though. His hand-eye coordination was crazy. He would win face-offs. Super smart.
Yeah, he was really, really good. Another one that should have won a cup.
Exactly. I really wish the Dallas Stars. I don't like saying this because I don't like them, but I wish he won one even after he left.
Yeah, I was actually kind of rooting for him. Just I wanted to
was
see
too.
Pavelski win one. I was like, if
Yeah.
anyone, I'd rather see Pavelski win one. If any of the teams are going to win,
Yeah.
So I'm like, dang. 'Cause he was probably he's a top 5 Shark for me. Like as a player,
Mhm.
I always liked him. He was cool. He
I
was
loved
always good. He was that And then what was that series with the Vegas series? That's why Vegas hates Sharks. Remember that when he got taken down, fell.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
damn, hit his head in the blood and stuff. Whatever, it's over. It's happened, but yeah. So they hate it, and that's like, how can you be? I'm like it's whatever. But so
Playoffs.
they really hate him.
Mm.
But
that's
he was
when
that
we
player that was just
Sharks
like
scored like 4 power play goals or something.
Yeah.
Like, holy shit.
Yeah,
that was a crazy game.
I'll talk about that here.
Oh.
I don't want to get. I'll send you shit. But
yeah, so it's Pavs, and then my other
Pavs.
favorite. I mean, it's got to be for me, Mike Ricci.
Yeah, I knew that one. I like him too. He was that old one. That's why I was like thinking old guys. I thought of him, but I'm like, oh no, because I know Matt's gonna. I'm like, no, I want to. I was just thinking about it. I'm like, oh gosh, I watching. I'm looking at stuff like Owen Nolan was the type, and same thing. Yeah, he's Mike that Ricci classic. He's just like you Google like hockey player. That's his pick, and his picture. Him. His picture pops up.
Yeah.
Old hockey player, like not new hockey player, like old hockey player.
No,
like
old school.
Yeah, 90s.
Mm-hmm.
90s hockey player. He just and his wife is beautiful too. He's a rock star in Canada.
I'm sure he is. He is.
All those guys are. I was listening to a podcast years ago, and with athletes or something. They were up in Toronto eating at a fancy restaurant, and they're sitting in the back where they put celebrities and stuff. And, people were looking at who they were. So it was always being recognized, and it was cool. And, we were thinking we were good because he was with someone that was pretty famous, musician and stuff. He was like, so people were, taking pictures and stuff. So he's all, that was pretty awesome. And then like all of a sudden the restaurant went silent.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, we're like, well, what the hell's going on? I'm like, well, what the fuck's happening? Like looking around. And so I see this guy, kind of a big dude, walk in, and a couple, women following him, and they take him right to a table way in the back and sit. And then all of he sits, and then everyone started eating again and going. He's like, it was the craziest thing. So we asked the waitress, who was that? Oh, that's the captain of the Toronto.
Maple Leafs.
It's the Maple Leafs captain. I forget who it was at the time. But the whole when he walked in, the whole place just went silent and just stopped eating. And he's like, it was the craziest thing. He's like, it was like, whoa. He's all that. It's fucking just like, we thought we were all sitting there like, yeah, this guy shut the restaurant down just by walking in. And straight to everyone, and then they didn't bother him. Didn't, the whole night, just let him eat. And it was crazy. It's like the respect I have. Like, it's just a different sport up there, and they
it's serious business, man.
Yeah, very, but he's like, he's all, so he's like, yeah, it kind of made us feel like, oh shit, like no one gave a shit about us after that. He's like, everyone was just trying to snap pictures of him now and stuff, but he's like, it was the craziest thing. But that's like that level of those guys.
Yeah,
it's like they're rock stars. They're those rock stars.
They totally are.
Wild. No teeth.
We'll do some no teeth ever. We'll do some honorable mentions. I had it pulled up here.
Yeah, so there's some ones. How about this name?
Drop it on us.
Raffi Torres.
Oh yeah,
I remember old fucking Raffi.
And then he came to the show.
That motherfucker on Oilers. Oh, so many years, just dirty fucking Raffi. And then now he comes to the Sharks. I think he only played a few games because he got injured and shit.
But Raffi didn't play that often with the Sharks.
No. It was like a couple seasons, maybe.
Oh, here's a name.
Most of those.
I like this player, Steve Bernier.
Yeah, Steve Bernier was another one.
I like 26. Steve Bernier.
I believe he was number 26. Him. Yeah, he was a good player. He ended up moving on and doing pretty well. But yeah, he was another good player that kind of played like a Timo Meyer, kind of gritty. He would hit. He wouldn't be afraid to hit you. He, he's not that finesse player. He's not going to dangle you all day. He's going to go through you. but he'll toe drag. He'll dangle
But he
a little
was
bit. But
pretty talented, though.
yeah, no, he was good. He was just that different style, kind of more that style back then. It wasn't like the Connor McDavid's back then. Like these guys, the Hughes and.
No, it's him and the Ryan Close and people like that.
Yeah, Ryan Close, another one. I liked Ryan Close, how he played. Another guy. He was another guy that could play and he could fight. He would fight.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I said the game's different. That's why I said a hurdle couldn't. He's like Ryan Close. Kind of reminded me of like a hurdle that would fight. Like if hurdle was like a bruiser, that's kind of Ryan Close. I would say Ryan Close. Not as fancy, not as good stick work, but that a good player, but would drop the gloves. And I think now he's like he's up there with the Sharks.
Ryan Clough?
Yeah, he's up there now. Those guys, him and Greer. I like Mike Greer, another player.
In ownership. I love Mike Greer. Yeah.
Yeah. Mike Greer is another one that was really good. I like watching him.
Vinny Dampoose.
Dampoose.
Going way back. Vincent Dampoose. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the way back though.
Danny Heatley. Remember Danny Heatley for a few seasons? I think we had him for 2 or 3.
That was when I honestly thought we were going to win a cup because that's like when they were in their heyday, and then they got Danny Heatley. It was like, holy shit! From the Ottawa.
He was supposed to be a sniper. It was that
laser
but he did. He had that bionic. He had the bionic eye.
He did. He looked like a fucking Terminator, man.
He still has it.
I'm sure he does.
He just played in I think the like Sharks alumni game. So he's still skating.
He was a sniper.
He put in
didn't pan out as much as I thought it would.
Yeah, and of course, like Timo Meyer, those new ones. I love that guy. I named my dog after fucking Timo. And actually, I'm going to see Timo Sunday.
My least favorite player is Evander Kane.
Yeah, I didn't even
betting against
the Sharks.
Betting against his own team or whatever, making bets for them to lose.
That guy just, and it sucks because he's actually a good player.
Good. Yeah, he's really good.
Yeah, he's just that guy though. You're just like, fuck him.
Fuck him.
I totally forgot about him. That's weird. I just kind of pushed him out. Mike Smith. I loved Mike Smith. Smitty.
Mike Smith.
He was a little guy. He was kind of the last of the little squirrely dudes. Wasn't really like a goal scorer, but would just annoy the fuck out of you. That guy that was just on you like a mosquito.
Him and like Torrey Mitchell.
Yeah, same kind of thing. Like like a mosquito, just like get the fuck off me. Like just always on you, just disturbing you, just getting in the way, just causing havoc. That's when they needed havoc. They throw him out there, and he just his hair was like he'd fight too for a little guy. His hair is all tight, like dyed. His band too. I like his band. The vinyl. I think it was Vinyl Trees. He emailed and stuff. That's how I got my didgeridoo. I have a digi from.
Oh, that's right. He sent you.
And he told me what what key to get and stuff. So, he's really cool. But he's doing commentating right now.
Oh, is he?
So he's back. Yeah, a lot of these guys are back. Doing stuff in the organization or the the TV side of it.
And your dog's freaking out about something.
It's neighbors.
Oh,
stupid neighbors.
Let's see who else we got here. Brad Stewart.
Brad Stewart's another good
Milan Mahalik was good.
Yeah, Milan Mahalik. I had a Milan Mahalik jersey too. Lost that one too, but
did you?
He was another one. He was only a few seasons, but he was a good player. He was a goal scorer. Good. Yeah, he put up some goals, and then he ended up getting traded to Ottawa, I believe. Scott Thornton. Remember Scott Thornton?
Yeah,
I forgot about him.
The untalented Thornton.
Yeah, I think he was he an uncle or something, or a cousin?
Yeah, I think they're related somehow.
Yeah.
Of course, you got Logan Couture. He's been a good player for a while.
He's still active. He plays. I think. Has he played?
I don't think he's played
this year.
Mm-mm.
I think he's been injured, but he's still active. I guess on the team. I think he's just a scratch.
Yeah.
Maybe his contracts. Maybe the money is just worth it to keep him. How they structure his contract. He's at the end of it. He's probably making the least on his contract and using him more as a coach. Probably, kind of a player because they're rebuilding. So I guess you keep him on as long as he's contributing something. But I think this might be his last season.
Yeah, I think so.
And
did you know that fucking Couture has almost played 1,000 games with the Sharks? That's pretty wild.
Yeah, you know how many have played over 1,000?
Who? How many?
There's 3. It's
for
pretty
the
easy.
Sharks?
Yeah.
It's got to be Marlowe.
Yeah, Marlowe.
It's got to be. It's not so easy. Is Pavelski? No.
Pavelski's
not.
No,
I mean, it's got to be Joe.
Joe.
And well, I would guess Pickles, since he was fucking 17 when he started.
Yeah. So those are the only 3 that have played over 1,000. I didn't realize Joe played over 1,000 games with the Sharks. He played 1,105, I believe.
I would have guessed
something like that.
If you gave me only 3, I'd have guessed Pavelski over Thornton, just because Thornton was on the Bruins for a while.
Yeah, and he still had 1,100. Pavelski had like 900. He was right there, 800 or 900. He was a couple seasons.
And he did go to the Stars for a while. He was on there for a good.
Yeah, he's played over 1,000 games in the league.
Yeah.
A lot of players at least have. Burns was another one that was close. Burns played like 700 and something, 700, almost 800. So he was a couple seasons from the Sharks being 1,000. So forget how long these guys played. It was weird. It seemed like it was a short period of time watching it, thinking back, but these guys played like 7, 8, 9 seasons. It's like it just went by quick. Feels like, Burns era, the Thornton era, it was some years.
Yeah, that's why
it flew by.
Oh, Marco Sturm was a good player too for a while.
Yeah, Marco Sturm was another one.
Didn't he break his leg? Something like that, going into the boards.
Oh,
I think that's who did that. Broke his leg. He went in he got caught up and it went like fucking skates first.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, Barclay Goodrow. Remember that name?
Mm-hmm.
He left, won a couple cups with the Rangers or the Tampa Bay.
Oh, did he?
Like won the cup. Like I think he scored the winning goal to win the cup or something like that.
Fucking asshole.
He's back. Yeah. I think he won a couple with Tampa. 2 or 3. He's back with the
Sharks.
Oh yeah, he's been for a couple seasons.
Yeah. Can you bring that winning pedigree over?
Yeah, he's his last couple seasons here, but yeah, he fought that like Tyler Myers guy in the league, big old dude, 6'5". He fucking Barclay Goodrow dropped the gloves with him out of the game. Nice. Let's fuck it. He's like some old vet now. He's an old vet. He's like, fuck it. He just dropped him, circle, just punch it up at this. It was pretty funny. Remember Craig Rivet?
Oh yeah, Craig Rivet.
Yeah,
defenseman, right?
52. Yep. Old Craig Rivet.
Marcel Gotch.
Yeah, Gotch.
I kind of like Marcel Gotch.
He was a good one. I liked him. I like that team. That era of Sharks.
Those are my favorite teams.
Yeah. The Ehrhoffs, Gotch.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that kind of
Scotty Hannon.
Yeah. Those were the good old days. Douglas Murray. Had to skate to school uphill both ways.
Those were the good.
But yeah, those were the fun days. But yeah, those players. Yeah, that was a lot. There was Roenick. Remember Jeremy Roenick played?
At the end of his career.
Yeah, right? He played a couple seasons. Yeah, Claude Lemieux.
Claude. Yeah, we had Claude for a few.
Claude Lemieux. He played like one season. I don't know how many games. He was 50. He was an old man. He was an old man.
Yeah.
Yeah,
we had Matt Carl for a while. Remember him?
Yeah, Matt Carl. Yeah.
Rob Davison.
Yep. Rob.
Jason Demers was pretty good. I like Jason Demers.
Yeah, he just
retired.
Retired not too long ago. Oh, Brad Staubitz. Remember that dude?
Barely.
Remember that guy?
Yes.
Yeah.
I think so.
Okay. Google this. You'll remember him from this. Google Staubitz versus Tutu.
Jordan Tutu versus Brad Staubitz, 2009.
Yep. Watch this. Y'all remember this? Yeah, put this up there if you can. Because this is probably one of the greatest fights.
Let's see. I think I'm on
This is when
one.
fights were awesome. Watch this.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Ready?
He beat the shit out of Yes, I remember that.
It's that rock'em sock'em. Just Tutu's face
I do
just exploded.
remember that. I do that.
That's it. Stop
Yeah,
it.
Brad.
That's all he probably has that like on some digital frame that's on like loop of just that's his highlight of finish. You walk in his house, there's just a that's it.
Yeah, because Jordan Tutu was that guy. Yeah, but he wasn't like
He's
legit, right? Like he's just a dick. He wasn't instigating, and then he was
a tough guy.
Tough guy, but also kind of a bitch.
Yeah.
He had that ass whooping coming.
Yeah. Who's your least favorite player in the NHL?
Of all time?
Yeah. Like if you saw him in public, you'd like if like, I have a player, if I saw him in public, I'd punch him in the throat. I'd walk up, hey, what's up? And you're like, oh, hey,
I mean, forever it was forever it was Rafi Torres.
I have one guy.
You got one guy worse than Rafi?
Yeah.
Oh no, I know who it is. I know who it is. Mm-hmm. I know who the fuck it is.
Oh,
who is it? Yeah, he was on the Ducks.
Oh, yeah, motherfucker.
Chris Kunitz?
No.
It wasn't? Who was it?
Corey Perry.
That's what I meant. Why I said Chris Kunitz. I meant Corey Perry. Yeah, I get picture his face. But he was on the Ducks, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was on the Ducks.
Yeah.
He was playing recently. Like he was up in Calgary now or something. Like,
yeah,
that guy was the dirtiest fucking player. He was just dirty. I get being like, just like an instigator type player, a guy that's just causing. But he would do just dirty shit. Like I think at one point he stomped on a goalie's glove, like catcher's glove, like with skates, like just dirty shit. Like, dude, you're gonna fucking cut someone. Like he would just. I think at one point he used a stick and just like chop someone across the chest. Like he would just do just like fucked up shit. Like, well, come on, dude. That's not part of the game.
Yeah, I didn't.
He was just a dirty ass fucking. I hated that guy to this day. Still hate that fucking dude. That was one guy. If he was gonna, that was the only player. I'm like, please. I like when Rafi Torres came. I hated Rafi, but I'm like, okay, he's still not Corey Perry. I'm okay. If it was Corey Perry, I'd have to go dark for a while with the Shark. I cannot stand that guy.
Who was it? Was he one of the dirtiest players? I mean, dirtiest players of all time, like what? Ulf Samuelsson?
I don't know. There's probably guys. Claude Lemieux was another one that was dirty. But
Todd Bertuzzi was pretty dirty.
Yeah, he's dirty.
Sean Avery?
Yeah, he's another one that's just dirt like that, like just fucking douche. Yeah. Just douche players. Yeah. But that's what sucked was Corey Perry was actually kind of good, so he'd score goals.
He'd score a lot of goals.
Yeah, he'd always score against the fucking Sharks, which would just fuel it even more. Like he's the guy who would make me throw my remote. Like I just want to.
Yeah, I think he scored a hat trick against the Sharks once.
That guy. But
I remember going to a Sharks game in. Oh yeah, I could picture his face. Let's see, Corey Perry. He put up a lot of fucking punk ass bitch. Is he still playing? Holy shit, he's still playing.
Yeah.
He's on the fucking Edmonton Oilers.
He had to do something. He had to go to anger management or some shit.
Yeah, he put up 98 points one year in 2010, 82 a couple years later. Yeah, he was good.
Yeah, he got in trouble for some recently. He had to go to anger management or some shit and dude, he did something like staff, and then she went off on someone. I don't know. He's told you he's a little bitch.
I didn't like him, and I didn't like the Kings goalie who would always fling his mask off like this.
Oh, which one?
Anytime there was contact around the Kings goalie, Quick, Jonathan Quick, yeah,
Quickie,
he pissed me off. Oh, your helmet.
Those guys should.
God damn it!
They piss you off too because you'd see him so much, being in LA and stuff. Yeah. And it's just and they'd beat you, so it just added fuel to that.
They win a cup.
God, man, it just added fuel and it just so it just made it worse. Mm-hmm. That was with the same thing with Corey Perry. It's you played him so many times a season, so you saw a lot of them. That's a lot of it. It's just because he's fucking good. It pisses you off. motherfucker.
Well, and Corey Perry was dirty. He was an ass.
Yeah, no, there's a dirty side to it, but it was just even fueled even more by all that other shit.
Yeah. And it was different than an edge. Like I liked players that played with an edge. Like I played all my sports with an edge as much as I could. But like then there was guys who was like, I played with this one guy and he was dirty. I remember just like, this was like adult league. And I remember being boarded in the back so fucking hard. like I was like 3 feet away from the boards.
Yeah.
That's really fucking like you're gonna fucking
yeah. You can fuck someone up. Like you can fuck someone's life up.
Yeah. No, like he came out like full and like low back across the like boarded the shit out of me. I was like, I'm about to fucking kick your ass, dude, and get kicked out of this league.
Fucking Ron from Meeks Lumber's been waiting for that his whole life. He's just dreamt about that moment.
Fucking Sunday league shit. Get the fuck out of here.
Winning the beer cup, bro.
And he wasn't even good. He was just like short, squatty dude. Yeah, it was just like, damn.
Yeah, they take it serious. That's like watching men's softball. You watch men's competitive softball.
I mean, I've played in some, not like super competitive, like work teams.
I'm all play softball, have fun. I'm cool. Yeah. But the competitive ones like were like they're coming in. I don't know.
I remember them. I remember you play with those competitive guys. I remember one time because Dicks. Yeah. One guy hit it so hard to left field. I was playing left field in softball. And I was like, you could tell like the guys who are like, they think their shit is whatever. Like I threw him out from left field. He was so fucking pissed because I had a fucking cannon, dude. I couldn't hit the ball, but I had a fucking cannon. I threw his ass out on a line from left field. Everyone turned around like, what the fuck was that? And he was I remember being so fucking pissed. And I was like, dude, go drink a Coors. This is fucking shit league softball, dude. Come on, man.
Those are guys that played baseball in high school, but sat the bench. That's those guys. Yeah. A lot of them. It is, because I know a lot of them that play.
Really? But they learned this uppercut hit, and they can hit the shit out of the ball.
They can hit a ball that's getting lobbed to them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And they just perfected how to do this little weird
little fucking hit. Yeah.
And it's like, and I'm fine. Like, go for it, but why do you have to be a dick? Then they go to pizza after. And pizza with their fucking jerseys
on. Shit.
Bro, did you see that fucking line or the strip? Bro, you just tossed it. Bro.
I know. I hated it because it was like I couldn't hit a softball. I can hit baseball. I was decent. I was all right. But softball, I would always pretty much like ground out. Like I didn't. It wasn't the same motion. I never cared enough. It's like, dude, they're lobbing a ball at you. Don't brag about how far you can hit it.
Yeah.
Throw your ass out from left. That's why I threw him out from left field. I knew it was disrespectful, but fuck
you're doing that because you couldn't hit a baseball. That's why you're doing that. Just it's fine. It's fine, but don't act like you're. Yeah, don't act like you're fucking. Fucking Barry Bonds out there like Bash Brothers, like
the Barry Bonds of Chico C League.
You hit a ball that's the size of a fucking grapefruit. That's
and it's huge.
It's highlighter color.
Yes,
like look at me, I'm coming at you slow. Like, fuck, give me a bat. You want to see how far I'll hit the ball? Like, I didn't even play softball. I know.
You never played like any men's league. UPS didn't have like a men's league.
No, fuck that. They had leagues. No, we played no fucking softball.
I played like 3 seasons with like the group home, with the group home staff. And it was co-ed.
And the reason why I don't,
it made it fun like that because it made it not as like crazy. Like,
see, and that's these people that we're asking to play. They're like they were just recently here in Vegas for a tournament, men's softball tournament.
Hell no.
They're older than I am. They're my coach, so they're probably getting close to being 50, and they're still doing fucking travel tournaments for softball.
I got invited to a dodgeball tournament one time.
Dodgeball would be fun.
Back in the day, it would have been fun. And the team that invited me, it was in Vegas, I think, a long time ago. They got second. And if they had me, because I used to throw the ball fucking hard.
Dodgeball would be fun.
Dodgeball is fun.
See, I was good at dodgeball. Not so much like my arm. I had a decent arm from first.
Just catching it.
Yeah, was my reaction time and catching the ball. So I would get a lot of people out by doing that. That's why I love third base. So I had that. So when people dodgeball, that was my thing. I'd just sit there and like, "Want to fucking throw it, bro." See if and I'm going to try to catch it. And a lot of times I would catch it. That's what I was good at. Throwing wise, I was average. I was never, it was never like that my strong suit. But that was my thing. I could catch it in dodgeball. That's what I liked. So you have to have a good throw because I'd just like get down. I remember there's like strategy to dodgeball. Like, that's how I would do in school. Because the kids in school didn't have accuracy. They would just throw it wild. That's why kids are getting knocked in the face all the time because they just they don't know where it's going. So if you just got there like as small as you could like this and just were like that, so you're giving them a small thing and anything within that I was able to snag. But of that, I just let it go. But yeah,
I remember we used to play at the church after like Sunday night, and this kid was always talking so much shit. I remember I hit him once so hard, I decleated him, dude. It hit him in the face, and it lifted his feet up. Oh, it was glorious. This is so fucking shut him the fuck up.
Dodgeball. What a game! What a game!
Yeah, just
I think they still have it
to bully people. I think so.
They have. I think they have the championship here still. Remember the movie Dodgeball? Same thing. I think they still have something like that. I swear I thought I saw they could on the Ocho.
This one, no one makes me bleed my own blood.
Yeah.
So dumb.
Yes. But Dodgeball was a fun one. But yeah, that's
Oh yeah, what is that? Thanks, Colin or Cotton.
Cotton.
Yeah. On the Ocho.
On the Ocho.
That's a pretty fucking funny movie.
It's a good movie. There's some
stupid ass shit.
But so yeah, I think we nailed the Sharks pretty. We nailed it down pretty well.
I think so.
Yeah, I think I hit everyone that I had on my list. Obviously, there's more. You can go. There's
a lot of the new players. I mean, we'll see how.
Yeah, and the new players
they're going to become.
After watching them play and then watching their AHL team play, Sharks are going to be because they have a good AHL team. And I saw a lot of players that are up.
They have 3 of the top 10 what do you call them? Future stars or whatever.
Yeah.
Prospects.
And next year they have 2 first-round picks again. It's
nice.
And then I think 2 first-round. I don't know if they have a second, maybe like a third or something. But so I mean, they're going to get 2 first-rounders again. It's like you're going to have look how many first-round picks you're going to have. So, and they're still probably another year out from starting okay, you guys should start. Yeah, you guys should be sniffing 8th place now. They have. I'll give them one more season. Because they're young. These guys are 18 years old. They're 19-year-old kids, 20-year-old kids are going to be making a run for the cup. So that's what I'm saying. The year after, they should just be I think they should be floating around they might have a chance if they went on a run to get 8th. They should be winning. You know what I mean? Surprising people oh, wow, I can't believe the Sharks actually have a shot. I think that's where they should be. Not necessarily make it, but they should be there. And then the following year, I think they should make it. They should be making the playoffs.
That's the
plan.
It's
going to be another couple. Yeah, and then another couple years after that before I think they should be in the Western Finals.
Yeah, once these guys, some time. Once these 18-year-olds are 24, 25.
Yeah, so it's going to be, and if they can hold them, keep them, it's going to be a scary team.
Yeah.
That Celebrini kid's good. I'm watching him play, and he's good. Yeah, he's a good player. You never know with a first-round pick. You just never know. And so far in hockey, that's the thing in hockey. First-round picks are usually pretty spot on. Other sports, you never know what you're going to get. You just don't know. Seems like hockey. Yeah. The first rounder seems to.
Didn't Ryan Leaf go right before Peyton Manning?
Yeah.
I mean, that's crazy, right? That's.
Yeah. I think that's just because hockey's level, the competitive level through all the leagues, even college and young, are so high.
Yeah,
that it's not far behind NHL. I think that's why these players are able to just go into this game because they've been playing professional style hockey for years, the lifestyle since high school. Traveling to play sports, and so they're already living that life. So the travel, the sports, all that stuff it's no shock to them. They've been doing it since high school, and that they're playing at these high levels. And I think that it's just that's the way that game is. So when they finally get their shot, they're already, they're only a few steps away from like popping in. They're not trying to, learn how to be a professional athlete now. They're already been doing it for years. It's pretty crazy.
Yeah. Ryan Leaf, before we get going, he only played 3 seasons.
How much did he make?
I don't know. His first year, he threw 2 touchdowns and 15 interceptions.
Oh, gosh.
Second year, 11 touchdowns, 18 interceptions.
Oof.
He was 4-17 as a starter. Could you imagine picking him over Peyton Manning? Christ.
That's what I'm saying. It's first round picks in other sports are,
hit or miss.
But yeah, hockey seems to be usually hockey's they're pretty good with their first round picks and who they're getting and what they're getting.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. That's why the Sharks are gonna be exciting because you're gonna have a lot of young. Now do they, go for they already got the goalie, they already got a goal scorer, they're gonna go for D,
Oh yeah. Now they got the goalie, yeah.
Ryan Leaf,
this was the funniest stat line for Ryan Leaf of all time. 1 of 15 for 4 yards, sacked twice, 2 interceptions, and 4 fumbles in one game.
I think I could probably.
I think I
get
could
more
do that.
receptions. I can definitely get more receptions. I can get a couple receptions.
Fumble less.
Yeah.
4
I can
fumbles.
hold on to the ball. I'll hold on to the ball.
1 of 15 for 4 yards, 2 picks, and 4 fumbles. First pick of the draft.
Yeah, no,
that's not going to happen. That's not going to happen in hockey. I don't think.
No,
that
not that bad of a
of
flop.
Just
not that bad of a flop. No, basketball's the same way though too. You never know in basketball.
Basketball, you can get some flops.
Because
if you look at who was drafted last couple of years, but some of them you're like, who the fuck are they?
Basketball's another like hit and miss.
And I heard Wemby's out. He's got blood clots.
Yeah, that poor
which could be scary, dude, right? Like
fucking kid. Like he's only the second season. I think he's only like 19, 20.
Yeah,
he has the same thing. Chris Bosh had blood clots, but his are in his shoulder, which is, I guess, better. Chris Bosh's were in his lungs, which ended his career. So hopefully they think because they caught it so early that they'll be able to. If not, he's done.
What's up?
Which
what's
sucks.
up with that? Yeah, what's up with that guy's DNA? He can shoot threes, and he's like 7'10". Have you seen him like? Have you seen guys like half his height like posting him up?
Yeah.
What the fuck is this?
He could do. That's the crazy thing is like he's kind of like that player you create in like a basketball game. That's like the tallest.
I'm gonna make him
athletic.
Like,
shoot threes.
He's gonna be like the super skinny guy, but he's gonna be like 7'8". He's gonna like shoot threes.
And just be this incredible player. That's literally like someone made him on the video game. Like that's what he is.
This is all a video game, dude. Someone made him on the video game and punched him in.
That's why that's what happened. We live in a simulation.
have to.
Someone made a Wemby. It's like he's a video game player.
He got like cheat code.
Yeah, he's like 9'9", and then he's young. But that's what sucks. This could be it. It's like fuck, you're about to almost see greatness. I think because he was good. He was good. I watched him play, and I'm like, this kid is fucking good.
He's ridiculous.
It was pretty incredible. Wow.
Yeah.
And that's what's crazy watching Celebrini. Same thing. He's like this 18-year-old kid, and he's just skating by these like NHL players and like these old like 35-year-old men, like just making them look like shit. So
yeah, he's got. Let's see. He's got 42 points in 47 games.
18 years old.
So
I believe 18 or 19.
He is. He's 18. He won't be 19 until June. He's 18.
18 years old,
and he's doing it. He's doing a point a game almost
on an
NHL team.
Basically,
bad NHL team, or like
they're almost an AHL team, really.
Well, age-wise,
yeah, it is. It's like they're. So I mean, he's putting it. That's what's crazy. And he says if he's continues to get better, that could be your star, your goal scorer. And then if you can get it like on the next pick, some defense, some crazy solid, like a goal scoring defense, a solid D-man. Pick up another off. Like, gosh, this team could be in the next
because like
3 seasons.
their second like best young player is Smith, and he's 19.
Will Smith, he's another good one.
Mm-hmm.
He's good. Like that's like there's
Eklund's the old man of the group, and he's 22.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He's going to be the veteran. That's what, if they can stay there and keep him, he's going to be there in 3 years, 4 seasons.
Yeah,
he'll be a veteran at 26 years old.
Mm-hmm.
But that's what's wild. That's like this team could be really fun to watch in the next few years.
May the hockey gods bestow blessings upon us.
So I can go to San Jose for a parade.
Yeah.
I
think we've earned it. We put in our dues. Come on now.
Oh my gosh.
So many years.
Then once I get that one, I want 2. I want 3. Let's go 3-peat.
3-peat.
Let's get the first 4-peat. Let's just run it. Just go. Be a dynasty.
The greatest.
Let's take it out. Let's take it out that way.
All right. Well, thanks for listening. If you're listening on the podcast, make sure you tune in most every Tuesday and Friday, and in the evening. And if you're, if you'd like to give us a rating review, that'd be good. Appreciate it. And we'll see you next time.
Yeah.
With some sort of topic. Have a good evening. Figure something out.
Good evening. Suggestions. Throw them out.
Yeah, give us suggestions. There you go. Smart.
Thanks for sticking around for some hockey.